Ladies and gentlemen, I am glad to have this opportunity to address you with a few points on artificial intelligence. As European Commissioner responsible for justice, I see clearly the complexity of the topic related to issues such as accountability, responsibility, security or neutrality. Let me start with stressing that what is at stake are fundamental rights. We must protect them, and it is not easy as there are no ready-made solutions. But we can build upon European solid rules on data protection, safety and product liability. The General Data Protection Regulation, for instance, shows that Europe embraces technological change within a value-based framework that builds trust, which is essential for both people and companies. Therefore, while I do not have all the answers, I am sure that we are on the right track. Let me tell you how the Commission sees artificial intelligence. In a communication adopted in April, we proposed a European approach built on 3 pillars: to boost Europe's technology and industrial capacity in artificial intelligence and its uptake, to tackle socio-economic challenges in the labour markets and modernize Europe's education and training systems, and to address ethical and legal issues. A preliminary assessment of issues around liability for emerging digital technologies accompanied the communication. It addresses the question of who should be responsible for damages caused by artificial intelligence-powered devices. The EU has strong rules on safety and product liability. But in the interest of both consumers and businesses, they must be clear and fit for these technologies. Consumers should have the confidence to use them, to want to buy them. We must reassure them that they have the same protections and remedies in case of damages that they have in the analog world, and businesses on their part need investment stability. We will discuss these issues over the next few months with a dedicated Commission's expert group on liability and emerging technologies. By mid-2019, the Commission will issue guidance on the interpretation of the Product Liability Directive. And we plan to publish a report on the broader implications, potential gaps and orientations with regards to the liability and safety frameworks for artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things and robotics. Clearly, questions of responsibility for autonomous systems are broader than the traditional product-based approach we tend to take. Powerful algorithms filter out information, recommend news we should read, places we should visit, people we should be friends with, posts we should like, goods we should buy, and maybe even candidates we should vote for. Should we therefore think in terms of responsibility in a broad sense, not necessarily in terms of legal liability? This is a huge topic, of course, and I want to use my role to ensure that the Union's values and fundamental rights remain at the center of the debate. Another huge topic is the accountability. And here I want to engage with you and would like you to tell me where you think we are and what we can do differently to ensure greater accountability and transparency. For my part, I am clear that technology is not an end in itself, but should serve the human being. Also, as the Commissioner responsible for fighting discrimination and promoting gender equality, I strongly advocate for safeguards to ensure AI neutrality. This reflection should urgently take place with the developers and the tech communities, who do have a moral responsibility to ensure that their algorithms are, from the start, in line with the values and principles that we hold self-evident in the non-digital world. The Commission plans to bring together a group of high-level experts and a broader community of stakeholders to contribute to the debate. The aim is to develop by the end of the year draft AI ethics guidelines with due respect for the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union. It will address issues such as the future of work, fairness, safety, security, social inclusion, and algorithmic transparency. More broadly, they will look at the impact on fundamental rights, including privacy, dignity, consumer protection, and non-discrimination. You know that the Commission is very much aware of the concerns related to security, and the cybersecurity issue is high on its agenda, including from a liability standpoint. Let me conclude. As I said at the start, we do not have all the answers yet, but we are committed to collect and tap into expertise at various levels over the next few months to find them. Thank you for your attention.